Buenos días. Bonjour, mis amigos y amigas. Magnetism and the attractions of the fifth dimension are a result of a clear mind. Only a frequency of pure light and love will activate mental clarity. As mentioned previously, two groups of people, two races that can provide assistance in this endeavor are the Arcturians and Pleiadians. As stated by the Arcturians, much of the cause of manifestation in this and other realities is the unconscious and subconscious minds of the human, as well as the universal and galactic unconscious. The Arcturian subconscious is also providing a sturdy connection between your subconscious and the Andromeda galaxy. The star Arcturus, home to many ascended beings, is also the residence of the Great White Brotherhood. The Andromeda galaxy provides a tenacious connection to the Milky Way galaxy. As the Andromedan Council provides guidance to the Great White Brotherhood, the development of the consciousness and spiritual awareness of the Earth inhabitants will be intensified, as will the light and love. In this, the linkage between the third dimension and the fifth dimension will be strengthened. A corridor of light serving the bond between your individual subconscious and the Arcturian mothership. From the Arcturian mothership, the corridor is solid. From the Arcturian mothership, the corridor is solidified and travels directly to the Arcturian stargate. The linkage from your aura and etheric energy is then encoded into the stargate. Because of karma, the crystalline block substances around the mental bodies of the inhabitants of Earth must be removed. And this can be accomplished by special tonal sounds, which are assimilated in the mind and unconscious of not only the Earth humans, but also the Earth itself. The Arcturians provide a wealth of feminine energy, the type of energy which has been abused on the planet. The Andromedans have also shown the way for living a pure thought consciousness existence, as Prime Creator has no manifest physical mind or body. Source. Prime Creator is Source. Purity of thought forms is essential when clearing, blocking energies and emotions, and when opening up the third eye, the psychic doorway of the third dimension. When the Arcturians take you in your etheric body to the crystal temple in Shambhala, you can better conceive of this type of being, a consciousness substantiated in accordance with the crystal light body. In pure thought, you can manifest healings in your etheric body, which then incarnate into the physical body. When you are at this level of thought, you are closest to the Godhead energy, the source of everything. The etheric body of humans correlates with the etheric body of the Earth, which has meridians that are either grids or matrices, there being a vibratory grid and a light and consciousness grid. The axiatonal lines or acupuncture lines of the human body are extrapolated up and out to the consciousness grid, one of which is the Christ grid. The Christ grid, or Christ consciousness, was not only demonstrated by Jesus in his incarnation on earth, but also by many ascended masters who have traveled here in the past. The axiatonal lines connect our bodies to the earth grid and to the intergalactic grids. Both the ley lines and meridians of the earth are related to the planetary vibratory grid. Just as each chakra in the human energetic matrix composes varying levels of awareness and consciousness, the axiatonal lines connect to different earth grids depending on a person's evolution and which chakras he or she mostly focuses on. The Earth also has a memory matrix where the imprints of experiences are recorded. These experiences not being judged as good or bad, but simply as occurrences which fluctuate the state of vibrational being of the planet, When Marduk took over in 2200 BCE, humanity was separated from the Earth grids with the exception of the Native Americans and Aborigines. Many from these groups today are stepping forward and voicing concern about the destructive tendencies of our young race. As we have not been true to ourselves, we have not been true to the planet. As the separation between humanity and the Earth grids transpired, the Earth was disconnected from the galactic grid. The chakra energies of the Earth receive on a gigantic scale energy from not only our sun, but also the central sun of the galaxy Alcyon, the cosmic party. Before the sun throws out light, where is the light? Photons come out of nowhere. They cannot be stored. They can barely be pinned down in time, and they have no home in space whatsoever. That is, light occupies no volume and has no mass. The similarities between a thought and a photon is very deep. Both are born in the region beyond space and time, where nature controls all processes in that void which is full of creative intelligence. That was a quote from Deepak Chopra. Let me read that again. Do it justice, from Deepak Chopra. Before the sun throws out light, where is the light? Asked Mr. Deepak. Photons come out of nowhere. They cannot be stored. They can barely be pinned down in time, and they have no home in space whatsoever. That is, light occupies no volume, and manifestation in this and other realities is the... Oops, I went too far. What the heck? That is, light occupies no volume and has no mass. The similarity between a thought and a photon is very deep, says Mr. Chopra. Both are born in the region beyond space and time, where nature controls all processes in that void which is full of creative intelligence, says Deepak Chopra. Namaste. Earth has roamed the galactic night since 8,800 BCE. Now it is time for the light of awareness to bathe the planet in wisdom once more. This party, which begins on the winter solstice in 2012, will activate our own cellular memory banks. Remember, as I've stated a few times, 2012 was significant, I'm sure. For me personally, I was still kind of well buried in the digital matrix and just trying to survive. But I also think that, and there's other ascension, what I call my ascension gurus, people that I refer to and get information and inspiration from, such as Brad Johnson from Canada, New Earth Teachings on YouTube. Look up Brad Johnson. But he says that 2012, that was just transposed. It was 2021. But speaking for me personally, the winter solstice of 2021 was very significant and all part of my ascension process. So anyway, 2012, 2021, I think it's kind of cool that you can just interchange the numbers and it's all good. It's all good. Anyway, we'll activate our own cellular memory banks, coded holograms in our bodies. Galactic morphogenetic fields have been hidden from us because light precipitation from higher dimensions has been stymied by an electromagnetic reticulum, which has been cast over our planet. Yes, the digital matrix. The frequency barriers, the frequency net. We are like fish caught in a net. There you go, perfect analogy. When the current 26,000 year cycle comes to conclusion and the rays of the photon belt pelt our dimension, we will be liberated fish swimming out of the age of Pisces and into galactic synchronization with the other stars in the Alcyon spiral. Our sun is the eighth star of the spiral, and as such, the Pleiadians and Arcturians are here to assist humanity on entering another dimensional frequency. Maya is the third star of the spiral and will move into the Photon Band at the same time as our sun. This reunion echoed in Pleiadian culture as the return of the twin. The Pleiadians carry a female vibration, while the Sirians carry a male vibration, and it is the merger of both the masculine and feminine which will save Earth from annihilation. Since there has been an abundance of male energy over the recent centuries, a female touch must free the beast within inside all of us. This reticulum of which I speak is an electromagnetic net which has been thrown over Earth by the Annunaki, their group of conspirators known colloquially as the World Management Team. They have effectively manifested an immense power grid from the Vatican in Rome, and clairvoyants can see dark negative energies surrounding the area. As the Annunaki and their collaborators, several subtypes of Zeta Reticulum Grays and Orion and Sirius reptilian species, have deposited their memory codes in the vortexes on Earth, which connect the telluric fields with all 9 dimensions, they have made it possible to play in this dimension. They cannot, however, erase these codes because such an act would cause the Earth vortexes to go out of form. And if such primordial memory was blocked in linear space and time, the Annunaki would not be able to play here anymore, for they would lose their own memory banks. Our species is dying, and obviously if we die, the prison warder, the Draconian consciousness, cannot control us anymore. If Earth is too weakened by manipulation of her energy fields, her species will be erased from memory in time, and the Annunaki can never again access these vortexes. The reticulum exists in the 4th dimension, so that's why, from the perspective of the 3rd dimension, it seems like there is no net. The reptilians have used their puppets in the religious and political realms to layer lies upon lies on the public, so this entrapment would become more dense and encapsulate the 3rd dimension. Reverse speaking analyst Peggy Kane has hosted television shows in which she has invited guests and discussed the net that has been cast around Earth. She has discoursed that after speaking to souls who are trapped in the 4th dimension, since the net only reaches 4th density, there is no escape to 5th density for a misguided soul who passes away in 3rd density, carrying dense emotions and thought forms. Many souls are trapped in the 4th dimension on Earth, and they are hunted by the reptilians who are themselves 4th density souls. The human souls are taken to Mars, where the reptilians own a colony, and to Orion in several locations, including Alpha Draconis. The Age of Aquarius is crucial to the dissolution of the net. When Earth is deep in the Photon Band, laser beams will no longer split into 2 parts in solar light and create dense realities for exploring feelings. The holographic images which are created by laser beams will not exist for us to worship and use as 6-dimensional archetypes. Instead, their multifaceted lenses will open to the 5th dimension, and those who are in the 3rd dimension will be able to look out into the cosmos through those lenses. It will be like looking through a kaleidoscope. Souls who are anchored in light and love will ascend to the 5th dimension. The higher dimensions are like mirrors for viewing oneself, as the 3rd dimension provides only a limited perception. The Pleiadians and Arcturians are here now, mirroring back the vibrations we send their way. And unless a transmutation of the heart ensues, that which is mirrored back to us might not be pleasant. It truly is a superlative drama. While 2 people are having sexual intercourse in the 3rd dimension, beings in the 4th dimension can trigger emotional energies. Beings in the 5th dimension can become excited by the kundalini fire and have cosmic orgasms. Beings in the 6th dimension can expand and amplify the fields of these pulsations throughout the galaxy. Beings in the 7th dimension can carry the feelings via galactic information highways. Entities in the 8th dimension can organize new morphogenetic fields from sexual seismic waves, and 9th dimensional entities can birth new biological forms in the galactic center black hole. We'll pick up a little bit later with the voyage into the center of the black hole. Hope you're all enjoying your Saturday, wonderful Saturday in the fifth dimension. Namaste, namaskaram.